Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Famett back with another video, and as you can see there's no audio. That's because I didn't realize till about an hour and 40 minutes of gameplay that I didn't have my mic connected. So I'm going to be explaining what all went down this episode. Let's get right into it.
Trespass into the domain of the gods and use that might to conquer Jiren. Do it, Kakarot!
So firstly, we went to see Harry and his unexplained reason for recovering from his disease, which turned out to be the symbiote. After, we did a side mission which I died, and this was about 5 minutes into the recording, which wasn't a good sign for me. And knowing that I get triggered from dying in a side mission, I went to do another one. I wanted to be stealthy, but then I saw the bonus objective, so I went to go and do it. I even completed the objective, but ended up dying again. I said screw it and went to go do main story. At least I was a little warmed up. I went to one of Kraven's hideouts and took care of all of them, but then we went down the shaft and had to deal with another army. Afterwards, I upgraded some of my skills and gadgets because you know how important that is on this difficulty. Out of nowhere, something I didn't think could be done, a tank with those godforsaken swords I can never seem to get used to fighting comes out. Luckily for me, Harry comes and thrashes him to the ground before I die yet again. Afterwards, me and Harry take down yet another big army. Still don't know where Kraven is getting this many supporters from, but we'll leave that question for another day. Harry and I work together and manage to pour a big pot of lava on a juggernaut war machine, which leads to even more fighting. And then someone decides it's okay to shoot a bazooka indoors and at Harry no less, who we then save, but the explosion causes Harry's symbiotic suit to react to the noise in a negative way. We then almost die from a burning pit of flames, and because Harry can't move from the high frequency noise, we have to save him yet again. We escape and are so close to rescuing Tombstone, but there's only one thing we have to do left. You guessed it, fight more of Kraven's lackeys, which it wouldn't be a game otherwise, right? We devise a game plan where, of course, I'm the distraction while Harry goes to go save Tombstone. You would think he would listen to Tombstone, letting him know that the place is booby-trapped, but to no avail, he still screws it up. Which leads to the whole place having a time limit on when it explodes, which puts even more pressure on us to beat the goons up and rescue Tombstone. We managed to take out all the last of the goons for now, and only have one problem now. How exactly do we get Tombstone out of his cage? Come to find out, Kraven's goons don't care about their lives, considering they're still running into a building that's about to explode just to stop us from saving Tombstone. Our only option now is to break the cage itself, which Harry manages to do because of the physical enhancement of the symbiotic suit. Now all we have to do is escape from the exploding building, which I'll admit was actually kind of fun. We ended up losing Harry in the midst of all of this chaos, but to be honest, I wasn't really worried since, let's face it, he's probably safer than we are since he has the symbiote on his side. We meet back up with Tomb and Harry at the end and hash it up with him, and he thanks us for helping him out of that predicament. We then talk to Harry and discuss how being a noob you mess up things sometimes and have a sentimental fist bump afterwards. I don't exactly know what the symbiotic suit was trying to do, whether it be attack us or just switch hosts, but it only ends up taking some of the design from the Spider-Man suit. From there, we switch to Miles and have a little chat with Ma, basically about the burden Miles has on his shoulders with being a student about to go off to college, and being Spider-Man with the mixed feelings of Lee going missing because of Kraven. Ma gives us a little life lesson, and it's back to saving lives. We then try to help the music teacher with her problem of not having access to the building, which makes it time for us to use Lil Bit, the Spider Machine. Lil Bit finishes his job, and we now know criminals will do anything for money, including steal instruments from a school. How down bad can you be? With me thinking there's a time limit before they leave, I went straight for the kill. They send goons to stall me while the others escape, but we unlock a new power, which I have to admit, probably one of the coolest things they added to the game. I just wonder when Pete will get his and what it would be. They then split up, at least they have brains, right? I catch one, but unfortunately we have to let the other one go, which in turn makes the school lose a huge donation. The worst part of the video, at least for me, the Mysterio side mission. I can't emphasize how much I hated this mission. Wish I never even did it, because I thought it was just fighting. Little did I know, they expected you to do certain things to complete the mission, and on this one you had to do 6 finishers, which was a huge pain because when I was low on health, I had to use the focus gauge on healing instead of finishers, which would make the mission last longer, and the mission was also a time trial, which put even more pressure on me. And when you get 2 out of 6 finishers, the field changes and there's a beam that comes maybe every 15 to 20 seconds, and that completely screws up your flow, and I ended up dying again and again, so by some miracle I finished the mission, and with the gold achievement at that. Lastly, we're back to Pete, and I have no idea what to call these cultists, so I'm just going to say the Flames. Yuri, also known as Wraith, comes and we investigate the place. Turns out they've been holding people in prison for whatever reason. My guess is they wanted an out from this crazed place, and the Flames don't allow anyone that knows anything about them to see the light again. So they just keep them in prison for life. My only response to this is, what made you want to join the cultists in the first place? We beat all the Flames, and just as we're about to leave, the head of the Flames appears on screen and we discuss some things such as his whereabouts, and he even discloses this information surprisingly. And finally, we're all caught up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here, and we'll be back to normal in the next video. Peace.